Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good morning.
Roberta.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to J is for Justice if you're new. Good morning. Good morning. We have the docs. Just got them in my email. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Potato and Jill Pill, Emma and Tracy, Leaf Lover Liz, Melissa B. Hey, Paul, Lexi Texi. What up, Mary P. and Deanna, Alyssa, Angie B. and Peaky X. XXXX. It is early for craziness, but nonetheless, we have craziness. We have two PDFs to go over, two different warrants. Let's open up the first one. I won't make you guys wait in suspense. Let's see what they found in the searches for Bryan Kohberger. All right. Here is our first one. Let's go to the top. We have application for search warrant. These aren't the best copies, but it says this is for the car. So this is a white 2015 Hyundai Elantra bearing VIN. I'm not going to read the VIN. And Washington registration CFB 8708 to include any and all items listed on continuation page. And then it's a specific description of premises and or person to be searched. And then it says the white 2015 Hyundai Elantra, again, in violation of criminal homicide. The date of the violation is 11/13/2022. And then this is all the same from the other warrant. It was all signed at the same time, it looks like. Okay, so this is the instructions of what they have to produce before they can get the search warrant and then what they have to do after. So here is the receipt. And it says the following property was taken and a copy of the receipt and or affidavit was left at the residence. Receipt for property. Case number SU 3683464 on 12/30/2022, 119 Lambsden Drive, Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, 18210. Description. Oh, they got a knife. Description number 1, knife. It doesn't say what kind of knife, you guys. It just says a knife. Oh, God. Number 2, book with underlining on page 118. Number 3, AT&T bill for Bryan C. Kohberger. 4, Glock 22 Gen 5 40 caliber with a serial number BMKVSQI. Smith & Wesson pocket knife. Folder containing vehicle paperwork. Acer laptop, model number N22C2 with the serial number listed as well. This is in the vehicle, apparently. All these things were collected and seized. Green leafy substance in green container. What do we think that would be? Leaf Lover Liz, what do you think that is? Number 9, documents. Number 10, green leafy substance in plastic bag. 11, white paper with, what does that say? White paper with, I can't read that. Number 12, power cable. Number 13, cell phone. There's your cell phone. 3 Glock 40 caliber magazines, empty. Books, black something masks, prescription, black gloves, 1 black hat, and 1 black mask. Oh, white paper with password? I don't think that says password. White paper. What the hell does that say? Does it say password? So let's read through these again. We have a knife, book with underlining on page 118. So I wonder what book he underlined on page 118. It does. You guys say it's password? Okay, awesome. AT&T bill for Bryan. And we know that he started his AT&T thing, his account in June. I think it was June 23rd of 2022. Glock 22, a Smith & Wesson pocket knife. I wonder why they were so specific about the Smith & Wesson pocket knife, but not the number 1 knife. But yes, 2 knives, folder containing vehicle paperwork, which he probably had in there for when he, he just got the plate. Oh, yeah, I can scroll. What do you mean scroll down? What do you mean to what? I just wanted to see what that word was. I'll make it smaller for you guys. Is that better? Okay. Keep going. Then we have the paperwork. We have the Acer laptop, green leafy substance in a container. Documents, green leafy substance in a plastic bag. White paper with password, power cable, cell phone. 3 Glock 40 caliber magazines that are empty. What does that mean? What does that mean that they're empty? I don't know anything about guns. I'm going to admit that right now. Books, black something masks, prescription, black gloves, 1 black hat, and 1 black mask. I know it means there's no bullets in it, right? Is that... Why would he have a gun with no bullets? Oh, shit. We've got more. Okay. All right. This is page 2. Number 20. Personal identifying documents. New Balance shoes. New Balance. So we've got Nikes and New Balance, but we've got Vans written in the PCA. This is really hard for me to read, you guys. Hold on. Personal identifying documents, New Balance shoes, dark colored jacket, dark jacket, dark something. I can't even read that. Another jacket. Shirt, dark colored shirt, dark colored shirt, dark colored shirt, dark colored pants, dark colored pants. Number 25, clear something glove. 1 Asus laptop. With damage? Is that what that says? With damage? Did they get lazy when they wrote? Damn. 1, I can't even read line 27. Can you guys read 27? clear plastic glove. And then under that is one Asus laptop with something. Lala says, I am so convinced they're playing games. What do you mean? Yeah, I can't read 27. Something, is that say with damage? One something with damage. 28 is, I have no idea. Record of sale for the Glock. Okay, so they have a receipt for him buying the Glock. And then underneath that, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. You guys have like super eyes if you can read this. Oh, I see. Okay. One item. I don't know. Photographer. Burner taker. Like, what the hell is 29? $30 note in desk. Criminal psychology book. Dowmans and something university. God, this is terrible. I can't read it. And his dad, yeah, his dad received, okay, so they have whoever received the warrant, whoever they served it on. Where do you see MacBook? Mac Pride, I'm a doctor, I can read it. This is crazy. DeSales University. Okay. Documents. Is that what it says? Documents and DeSales University. Something. What's that? What's that word after? Notebook. DeSales University notebook. Okay. Now that we've deciphered that mess, let's move on. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, shit, we've got lots more. Okay. All right, we're on number 33. Oh, we're not done yet, Mandy Joe. Keep your eyes peeled. No, so they served. Okay, so listen, you guys. They had 3 warrants. So they probably arrested Bryan, got him in custody. Then they served the warrant for the car, handed it to his dad. His dad signed it because his dad was at the house. I think that's the deal. Okay, so number 33 is extra large Columbia Navy fleece. 34. You guys are going to have to help me. 34. Something in drawing. Amens. What is that? Nurses and doctors and kindergarten teachers. I need you guys to decipher because I'm having a hard time with this. A man's hand drawing. Thank you, Jill. A man's world, easy, he says. A man's hand drawing. 10 blank inside glove, inside box. Various criminology books. Something license card. Various criminology books. Newt license card. Dark color hat. Black gloves. Seagrave. What? Something 1 TB Samsung solid state drive. They found a thumb drive, guys. Black box Samsung NVMe SSO. I don't know what this is. Box with Intel Optune in box. I'm going to go back to chat. You guys probably can read this. 2 pair of black gloves, 1 black knit hat. Oh, God, it's like OJ. 42. Dune green short sleeve shirt. Dune green. Where? What? Black long sleeve shirt, black sweatshirt, gray jacket, 2 pairs of black pants, 1 pair black jeans, 2 pairs of black jeans. 43. 2 black long sleeve shirts, 2 something black, 2 pair of black pants, 1 gray jacket, 1 gray knit felt hat, 1 black glove. Motherboard. Wow, he removed the motherboard out of his computer and they found it in his car. What? Motherboard, Washington State University paperwork. 46. Note from Bryan from Montana. What? Oh, dark green? I said dune green. I'm like, what the hell? Are they looking at Crayola crayons? So, did he remove? Note from Bryan from Montana. What? Craftsman shop vac. What shop vac was his dad using? Wait. Hold up on this one. Let's stop on the. Hold on.
Wake up.
Didn't the Daily Mail put out pictures of Michael Kohberger using a Craftsman shop vac in his driveway, cleaning up glass? I hope they had 2. 48. Medical documents. 49. Something documents. It looks like court documents. Court documents. Did someone have a restraining order on his ass? Oh my God, Mac Pride says, I can't wait to see how many more rabbit holes this is going to create. Do you guys think that somebody had like a protective order against him?
Ooh, that will scare somebody.
I love you too, Diana. Okay, Craftsman shop vac, medical documents, court documents. Oh, and it goes on. He must have moved out of that apartment. Note to dad from Bryan. Dear Dad. Dear Dad, your house is going to be raided. Love, Bryan. Jay, how did you get this? Just Samantha. I got it from the Pennsylvania courts. Everybody in the media was emailed them out right before 9 o'clock today. Dear Dad, I'm a suspect. Love, Bryan. Okay. Note to Dad from Bryan. Maroon colored spiral notebook. Dark colored clothes. Why is everything else listed individually, but this says dark colored clothes? HP all-in-one computer. Remember, they got a tower from his apartment in Pullman, too. One tower. So HP all-in-one computer, Lenovo IdeaPad laptop, and password, Tangent model medallion desktop. Does that say desktop? This dude had a lot of computers. Dark clothes in laundry basket, Taylor cutlery knife with leather sheath. Swab 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 pair of dark colored boots and 1 pair of brown boots. Nothing follows. So that is all from the car? Is that right? So this lists everything that they were looking for. We read through those in the last one that was released. I'm not going to go through it again because they're looking for the same stuff in every warrant, except this says all vehicles in which Kohberger has access to, including but not limited to a white 2015 Hyundai Elantra. So this is just for the vehicle. Again, this is what they were looking for. But what was interesting on this was that any property belonging to Ethan, Kaylee, Xana, Maddie, Bethany, or Dylan, they were looking for property from any of those people. And documents. Okay, here we go. Here's the affidavit. Are you ready? Your affiant is Trooper Justin M. Leary of the Pennsylvania State Police, Stroudsburg Station, Criminal Investigation Unit. Since 2009, I have served as a detective for the Lackawanna County District Attorney's Office, a special agent with the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General, a task force officer with the FBI, and currently as a trooper with the Pennsylvania State Police, Troop and Vice Unit. Throughout my career, I've conducted hundreds of criminal investigations, including numerous homicide investigations. And then after that is Trooper Brian V. Knoll of the Pennsylvania State Police. He's been employed since 2008 and has been a criminal investigator since 2012. On Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, the Pennsylvania State Police was requested to assist the Moscow Police Department and FBI with a homicide investigation which occurred on Sunday, December 13th, 2022. As part of this investigation, we reviewed reports and affidavits prepared by the Moscow Police Department establishing probable cause for issue of search warrants related to this investigation, which are included in this affidavit of probable cause as Exhibit A. Furthermore, investigators began physical surveillance of the property and area of 119 Lambsden Drive, Chestnut Hill Township, and in the early mornings of Tuesday, December 27th, 2022, observed Bryan Kohberger walking near this residence. Additionally, Kohberger's vehicle was observed entering the Indian Mountain Lakes development on December 16th, and the vehicle is still believed to be on the premises. Investigators are monitoring Kohberger's phone, which appears to be in the same vicinity of this residence. On Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, while conducting surveillance, investigators observed Kohberger traveling throughout Monroe County and arriving back at his residence on Lambsden Drive. I just want to throw in there, do you guys remember that I think it was JLR that got a ticket that Brian's dad got pulled over on Christmas Eve? On Christmas Eve, he was pulled over. Your affiants are requesting a search warrant be issued for the search and seizure of all items listed in the items to be searched, along with forensic processing. Okay, so here we have the statement of Brett Payne. Which we've read a gazillion and one times. And they're using this. I saw somebody in my comment section say like, oh, this thing's just verbatim of the one in Idaho. Yeah, they're gonna use the probable cause affidavit from Idaho to back up and justify the search in Pennsylvania. Let's see if there's anything more. Before we move on, there's another warrant to go through. Thanks, guys, for joining. While I'm scrolling through this, if you guys could click that like button or, put your DNA on the like button, that'd be great. This goes on. This is the part we read about how they need like the bioidentical, whatever they call it, to open electronic devices. And it gives them permission to, if Brian's standing there, put the phone in front of his face so it'll unlock. Or use his thumbprint or whatever. So that's it on that one. That's the complete car affidavit. Let's move on to the next one. The next one I think is going to be the house. What's up, Doc Thrifty? Okay, this is the next one, and it looks... Let's make it a little bit bigger. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, here we go. Go get some more coffee, guys. Leave that touch DNA, Brooke says. Yes.
Yikes.
Jill Pill says, my theory is when the woman from MPD said they know the white Elantra was there, he left shortly after that aired on the news. Could be true. Could be true. JB. He had a lot of stuff in that car, huh? Holy. All right, here we go. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Well, BB Mommy says, wasn't he moving home? But was he? There was still stuff in that apartment, so... Was there, AK says, was there a knife found? Where is the actual document located? Well, why would there be a tower in his Washington apartment unless he left it there thinking, okay, wait, maybe he did this. Maybe he left the tower in that apartment so that the cops would think, oh, we've got his computer. I don't know if we know when he was officially fired. The university has not released that information. We only know from Banfield. We only know from Banfield, and we can't make that as fact, remember? Hey, Sylvia. Left tower, but took the motherboard. Yes, my opinions. Yes. Potato, he knew his job was up Shiz Creek, and this crime, I can't imagine he would intend to go back. So he took what he needed. Yep. I've never seen an official letter. I don't think the school released anything. Not from what I saw, anyway. Just Samantha said TikTok Gigi came out with that bullshit about being fired. I don't even know who that is. This chick is tagging me on TikTok and or on Twitter, and I'm like, who are you? I know I'm not showing you anything. Eat it.
Yeah, they're loud and beefy.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
Did I ask them to do that?
And just as a reminder, we're on jury watch for Alex Murdaugh. Okay, so here we have the return and service of inventory, and this says, wait, this one says the person of Bryan Kohberger. I thought one of these was going to be for the house. I thought the one we already read was for his person. All right, let's go on. Date of search is 12:30. Date of return is 1:12. Time of return 2:02 p.m. So the time of search was 4:28 a.m. Property seized as a result of search, yes. Oh, I thought the defense did their closing argument yesterday. No? Okay, approval of search warrant by the attorney for the Commonwealth, local option. The district attorney of any county may require that the search warrant applications filed in the county have the approval of an attorney for the Commonwealth prior to filing. So this, again, I think this is just the instructions of what has to be completed with the inventory and with the warrant. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Again, we have Trooper Justin Leary and Trooper Brian Knoll. And this says that they seized the white Hyundai Elantra. I'm confused because now this says Hyundai Elantra. Maybe all that other shiz was from the house? Hold on. This is the car. This is the car. Okay. Swabs, Ziploc bag with pink zipper, 7 quarters, plastic baggie with green zipper, 36 dimes, 32 nickels, 8 pennies, gloves. Hey, welcome to the fan, Doc. Gloves, receipts, car insurance card, car registration, hiking boots, comfort inn room key holder, and stay information. I thought the other one was in the car. We're going to have to go back. Let's read through this and then we're going to go back. I'm confused. Let's finish this one and then we'll go back to the other one. Car registration, hiking boots, comfort in room key holder and stay information, tire irons, shovel, goggles. The fuck was this dude doing? Floor mats, reflective vest, used water bottles, wrench, door panel, seats and seat cushions. They took all this shit out. Headrests, seat belt, visor, fiber, brake pedal, gas pedal, holy, phone charger, Band-Aid, wrappers, maps, documents, seat belt boot. Everything he would have touched. So the guns were in the house. Wow. Jill Pill, I think he was out in that area of Johnson, Idaho with the shovel, right? All right, so let's go through this again. They have gutted the 2015 Hyundai Elantra and they swabbed it. They have a Ziploc bag with pink zipper, 7 quarters, plastic baggie with green zipper. Wonder what was in those. Why would he have zippered bags? Gloves, receipts, which God knows what the receipts are for, right? It could be anything. car insurance card, car registration, hiking boots, Comfort Inn room key holder, and stay information. So they stayed at a Comfort Inn probably on the way back. Tire irons, shovel, goggles. Goggles. God, that makes me feel sick. Like goggles. When I think of someone being murdered and I think of someone wearing goggles. Doctor 3. Probably had sandwiches at some point. Floor mats, reflective vest. Reflective vest. Why would Kohberger have a reflective vest? Oh yeah, the shovel. Let's see. Used water bottles, wrench, door panel, seats and seat cushions, headrest, seat belt. Truly blessed. What? They totally gutted his car. What do you mean you were hoping for more? I think he was impersonating cops or something. I don't know, man. For when he ran at night in his New Balance. I feel like the goggles are for like something nasty. Like if you're dismembering an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he wore goggles there. I think maybe he was messing around with animals. Remember Buddy? Yeah. It gags me about the goggles too, Teresa. Oh my God, New Balance. I cannot. It's like Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Running at night could have been part of his disguise. Yeah. How about his friend in PA said they would run 7 miles at night? Who runs 7 miles at night? No, I'm not saying there's proof he did it, truly blessed, but you said you were hoping there was more. I mean, like, we don't know the results of the testing of all these items, right? Mandy Joe's like, okay, so were the New Balance bought at Kohl's or were the New Balance bought at Tilly's? Because there's a difference. There is, for real. His phone was in the house. Okay, so let's finish this list again. We're going to finish it. Floor mats, reflective vests, used water bottles, door panel seats, seat cushions, headrest, seatbelt, visor, fiber, brake pedal, gas pedal, phone charger, Band-Aid, wrappers, maps, documents, seatbelt, boot. Nothing further. And then this is all just the same verbiage. Okay, here we go. We've got some narrative here. So we've got Justin Leary and Brian Knoll, again, of the Pennsylvania State Police. And on Wednesday, December 28th, 2022, they were requested to assist the Moscow, Idaho, and FBI with a search. They began physical surveillance of 119 Lambsden Drive, and in the early morning hours of Tuesday, December 27th, saw Bryan Kohberger walking near this residence. Near the residence? Additionally, Kohberger's vehicle was observed entering Indian Mountain Lakes on December 16th. And then it says they were tracking his phone and they knew he was at the house. And let's keep going. And then we have the statement of Brett Payne again. And I wanted to clarify that it says here that he's been in the position of corporal for 4 years. I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's going to be anything extra down here. I think this is just the supplemental. Okay, let's go to the other one that we thought was the car, and let's figure out why we thought that was the car. Let's look at it closer. We get excited here, you know? We get a little excitable. There it is. Okay. Here is. See, this is what I don't understand, but let's take a close look before we judge. Identify items to be searched. It says white Hyundai Elantra. So that one's 34 pages. Let me see. See, this is what I'm not understanding. I think that I'm going to put them side by side so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can see both of them. Hold on. Let me put one here. I'm going to show you how they're different. But one says his person, and maybe somebody who knows more about the verbiage used in these can tell me. Now I'm getting confused. There we go. Okay, so now let me open this one and I'll put them side by side. We can decide what. See how this one says the person of Bryan? And the other one says the car. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Hello. I got burnt yesterday, sunburnt. See, this one says a white 2015 Elantra, and then it has the VIN number. And then this one over here says the person of Bryan Kohberger. So is the person the home one? Because I'm not understanding. Because if we go down on this one, the one that says the person of Bryan, this one at the top is the one that says the person, right? Yes, the person of Bryan C. Kohberger to be searched. It doesn't say 119 or whatever. But this is what they seized on his person, it says. But this sounds to me like the car. Floor mats and shit. So then this one over here says the car. And then they seized all of this stuff. But look, receipt for property says, oh, see, look. We just figured mystery solved. See where it says 119 Lambston Drive, and the other one says 2015 Hyundai for the street address. So this is the car right here, the one right here. That's for the car. This is what they got out of the house, I'm assuming. So this long list here is going to be what was in their house. So what was in their house was a knife, a book underlining page 118, the Glock, the Smith & Wesson pocket knife, folder containing vehicle paperwork he brought inside, so he didn't leave vehicle paperwork in the car. Acer laptop, green leafy substance in a container, documents, another green leafy substance in a plastic bag, white paper with password, power cable, cell phone, 3 Glock 40 caliber magazines, empty, books, black face masks, prescription, black gloves, 1 black hat, 1 black mask. New Balance shoes, dark colored jackets, dark color something, dark colored jackets, dark colored jacket, dark colored shirt, dark colored shirt, dark colored shirt, dark colored pants, clear plastic glove. 1 Asus laptop with damage. 1 something laptop with damage. The receipt for the Glock. Note in desk. So there was a note in a desk in the house. What's number 29 again, guys? What is number 29 again? Oh, I know. Murdaugh's back in. I heard. Extra large Columbia Navy fleece. A man's hand drawing. 10 cards. Cards inside glove, inside box. Is that what that says? 10 cards? Item photographed but not taken is 29. Oh. Item photographed but not taken. What would that be? There's a couple of really weird things in here. 10 cards inside glove, inside box? Is that what that says? Water damage? Kevin Kohberger crimes. Various criminology books. Hello, Joey. Books. Newt. What's Newt? License and card. Various criminology books. Note, maybe? License card. License and card. What kind of license? What kind of card? Dark color hats. Black gloves. But couldn't some of this stuff been of his dad's? If it was in the house? Like the hats and gloves and the masks? I mean, his dad was clearly wearing a black mask and his mom was wearing a black mask covering her face. Seagrave, Barracuda 1 TB, Samsung solid state drive, black box Samsung NVMe SSO. What is that thing? Box with Intel Optune and box. That is something, he was doing some technical stuff. You think so, Joey? It's a hard drive. Thank you, Trippy Dead. So he removed hard drives and motherboards from these computers. 2 pair of black gloves, 1 black knit hat, dark green short sleeve shirt, black long sleeve shirt, black sweatshirt, gray jacket, 2 pair black pants, 1 pair black jeans, and 2 pairs of black jeans. 2 black long sleeve shirts, 2 pair of black pants, 1 gray jacket, 1 gray knit felt hat, and 1 black glove. I wish they would have said what size the New Balance were. And then here's the motherboard with the serial number, Washington State University paperwork, which might be that he was written up by, his superior. That might be the Washington State paperwork. Note from Bryan from Montana. Oh, if they build their own computers, maybe. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling good. I hope you feel better. Hopefully you don't have that yucky stomach bug they're talking about. They're saying there's a stomach bug that's like resistant to meds. It's like, great. What'd they unleash on us now, right? Let's see, motherboard, Washington State, note from Bryan from Montana. That is interesting. That is super interesting to me. Why would he be in Montana? Did he live in Montana at some time? And weird. I'm trying to look for a photo. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll show you something. Yeah, Daily Mail. The Daily Mail. Let's check this out for a second. We had a Craftsman shop vac collected. Now, look who's wearing New Balance. This dude's wearing, look, what the heck? He's wearing New Balance shoes. And he's got a shop vac in his hand. And a water bottle in his back pocket. What the heck? At least we don't have a Life is Good sweatshirt collected. Then I'd be like, okay, what's going on here? Is that a Craftsman? I don't know. Obviously, you can't see the damn brand. But looks like Dad wears New Balance. And obviously they didn't confiscate his New Balance because he's wearing them. Because this was after the raid. He was apparently cleaning up the glass and shit. You think it is Craftsman, Jill? So hopefully they had like... Oh, right. But this, I know, is... it's almost like it's like you can't make this stuff up. Right, Wall Stretcher? I mean, like this picture, look at this one. It's almost like it was posed. Look, he's almost smiling at them. Like, hey, what's up? He has an Ace garbage can, but yeah. Crystalline. Who's Crystalline? But how weird is it that his dad's wearing freaking New Balance? I can't. A 3-hour tour. Well, his dad's got big ass feet too. And they said that the Nikes, where were the Nikes from? Oh, he was wearing Nikes when he was arrested. He was wearing Nikes. I'm trying to find another picture of this damn. Every picture of this vacuum, it's not showing the damn brand. It's almost like it's on purpose. It's turned just so where you can't see the name of it. You've got to be shitting me. It's like we're being punked. Watch this. Look at, here's another one. Like I can look all day and there's not going to be one. Because look.
Shall we play a game?
And DC says they're surprised that the paperwork doesn't say no report taken. So I don't know why he's vacuuming his driveway right here, like the window. What? Like this is their shed, and he's just out randomly like vacuuming in his New Balance. Maybe those were his dad's New Balance. I don't know.
Who knows?
Did you see how they blacked out the door to the house yet? What do you mean? So maybe they had two shop vacs, you know, that's altogether possible. But what's weird to me is that they got this dude's DNA too while they were there. Why did they get his DNA? Yeah, it says that they did. Okay, so let's close out these photos. Dr. Thrifty, let's take a look here. Up here, I think it says. Where is the shop vac? Oh, right here. Number 47. Craftsman shop vac. Number 47. Kevin, I don't know, man. I don't know. Thank you, DC3. Thank you for your super sticker. You know, most of these Idaho 4 videos and live streams get demonetized. So thank you. I appreciate your support. I don't feel bad for anybody until I find out more deets. Look how red I am. I look like a tomato. I got so burnt yesterday. Yeah, so he had a shovel in the car. That's not a good sign. So also, they followed him. Remember, they saw him driving all around Monroe County, which I thought was interesting. Where did Bryan go? And why did his dad get a ticket and get pulled over on Christmas Eve? Why was Mr. Michael Kohberger driving around on Christmas Eve? Like, where were they going? Okay, so mine is a Craftsman, and the only place it says Craftsman is not very big, but under the power button. Well, it doesn't say what kind of shovel it was. It depends on what kind of shovel. It doesn't say snow shovel. If you have like a spear shovel in your car, you might just be a little creepy. I could see a snow shovel. What, Jackie? What? Nightbot, what are you talking about? You think he was going to church? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think that there's definitely something up with his father. I don't know what. I'm not saying he's involved in this, but I just think there's more to the stories. If it's a snow shovel, fine, but it doesn't say that. Just Mike says, not a poo shovel. He doesn't seem to like the type to do yard work, let alone clean up after his own mess. You don't think so? What if he is OCD, like they said? He might be a clean freak. He wouldn't need a shovel at an apartment complex. They would totally shovel it. Montana can be a girl's name. Let's read how that's written again. Where is the note? What about the note in the desk, though? What's that all about? And then a note to dad? Wasn't that in here, too? Where's the note to dad? Note to dad from Bryan, number 50. Number 50. Hannah, Montana. Bye, Joey. A note to dad. Note from Bryan from Montana. It doesn't say note to Bryan from Montana or note to Montana from Bryan. It says note from Bryan from Montana. Maybe Bryan. Oh, you know what it could be? You know what it could be? Listen, it could be that Bryan went out west to check out the university before he went there. Maybe he sent them a note from Montana. I don't know. I've always thought that he would have had to have gone out there because you're not just going to go, to Washington and not check it out first, right? If you've never been there. You have a camping spade shovel in your car, but do you camp? Like if you have a use for it, that's cool. But people that have shovels in their cars and like weird things, and they don't, use it for the intended purpose, then you have to wonder why. But why would he write a note from Montana? How many knives at this point? Mandy Joe wants to know. Well, let's look. We have a Taylor cutlery knife with leather sheath. Let's see what that looks like. Let me Google that. Taylor cutlery knife with sheath. You guys aren't going to like this one. It looks like a fillet knife. What was the kind of knife that person said they went with Bryan to buy it on Facebook or whatever? There's a lot of vintage Taylor knives. There's a lot of different kinds. Here's a Taylor cutlery. Check this out. This thing is like special forces or some shit. Hold on. Fixed handle knife. So this isn't a pocket, like it doesn't fold. So I don't know what kind of knife. Taylor, what does it say? Taylor cutlery knife with leather sheath. So this is a Taylor knife, special forces edition with a leather sheath. Let me tell you, I lived in Michigan my whole life, up until 2019, on and off my whole life. I never, ever carried a shovel in my car, ever. My parents never did. My siblings never did. None of my friends carried shovels. None of us did. Nunya says they're going to find Buddy on that Taylor knife. I have never put a shovel, and I've never known anyone to do that for snow. Except maybe if you do construction, if you use it for work. But I've never done that. I've never seen that done. I lived in the north too. I live in the north. You have to have a shovel. We have knives in garage. Where are you living? You're being. Tyson says I live in Canada. We don't carry shovels either. Teresa says no shovel in my car in Michigan. Shovel for your thoughts, Kevin.
Wake up.
Okay, so let's count the knives. We have the Taylor knife here. And then we have I'm curious about the court documents too. There's a lot of interesting things in here. I want to know what the man's drawing was. Drawing. He was drawing. So there's one knife. Then there's another knife up here, number 1. And then number 5. Smith & Wesson pocket knife. Here is your typical Smith & Wesson pocket knife. I'm going to show you what that looks like. There is the Smith & Wesson. That is so basic. I know so many people that have these. You can't find what anywhere, Joneson? So he had 1, 2, 3. Hello, paper chaser. 3 knives. And then 4 if you include the sheath. So where is the K-bar knife, though? That's the thing. Dave S. wants to know, have they said if they have the victim's DNA on any of the stuff? No, we haven't heard of anything. Yeah, Shannon, this says it's a first response rescue knife. Yep. That makes sense. So the one that's missing it is the K-bar. The knife sheath was found next to Madison Mogan. Is Potato still here? Is Potato still here? Let me know if you're in chat, Potato. Can you search gun serial numbers? That's a good question, Mandy Joe. I don't know. Melissa Beast. What? Hang on. Erica Ramsey. Yeah, I can. Brian is one strange incel. I'm just reading your comments. Yeah, the Montana thing is odd. No, I mean, can the normal average person search serial numbers? Oh, maybe knife. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? Maybe knife number 1 is the K-bar knife. Why did you think he couldn't have guns? Why would he not be able to have guns? He had a clean record, right? Okay, you wanted me to go over the... Potato's not here anymore. I was going to wish her a very happy birthday yesterday. Okay, so this is the house one. We had a request to go through the car one. So let's take a look at the car one again real quick. We'll slide that over there. We'll slide this over here and we will open up the car one. Have you guys seen anybody else posting these yet? It's crazy because I got in on the media pool when he was going to have his hearing in Pennsylvania. So I automatically was on the list. The girl in Pennsylvania, Stacy, is amazing there at the court. She's on top of it. She's emails everybody that's in the media pool and we all get updates. So all of us received these this morning. Hello, Sofa King. Welcome. No one has? Not even Enton? The Montana thing, says Just Mike's. His sister's movie 2 days back was about a boy lost in the woods, but it is set at Bear Mountain. That's in Glacier, Montana. Oh, it is early out there, isn't it? What is it, 7 a.m.? PA was on it. PA released this shiz at 8:57. It's on the PA website. Whoop, whoop. You got it here first, guys. I changed my damn hair appointment for this. I will have you know. Just for you. Okay, so here's the car one. 2015 Hyundai Elantra. The items that they seized were swabs, Ziploc bag with pink zipper, 7 quarters, plastic baggie with green zipper, 36 dimes, 32 nickels, 8 pennies, gloves, receipts, car insurance card, car registration, hiking boots, comfort inn room key holder, and stay information, tire irons, shovel, goggles, floor mats, reflective vest, used water bottles, wrench, door panel, seats and seat cushions, headrests, seat belt, visor, fiber, brake pedal, gas pedal, phone charger, Band-Aid, wrappers, maps, documents, and seat belt boot. Nothing further on the vehicle. I'll go ahead and post these in my Facebook group. Mods, if you can put the Facebook group link in the chat, I will go ahead and put these in there so you guys have them. Let me. Tamara, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Tamara, thank you so much for your Cash App donation. Thank you so much. Really keep the stream going because, like I said, these videos, when you talk about, especially this case, gets demonetized like immediately. So yeah, if you guys aren't on there, you need to join my Facebook group. Thank you, Angie. Here is the info for Facebook. Thank you, Lala. Surprised I haven't played your sound bite today. I love your sound bite. Sound bites.
La 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 la.
Yeah, let me know when Potato's back in chat. I want to sing happy birthday to her. Yeah, tire irons, shovels. He took the motherboards. Oh, she's probably watching Murdaugh. Potato's in trouble. Potato is in trouble. Maybe he thought he wasn't going to get searched out there. Maybe he thought when he left Washington, he was in the clear. I don't know. Did you guys all get the link to the member group? Or to the Facebook group? It's J is for, if you search on Facebook, it's J is for Justice podcast group. And let me go ahead and put these in there now so you guys have them. If any creators are here and you want to use these, you have my permission. They're not mine. I don't own these. So feel free to use them if you'd like. I know Murdaugh, the closing, I watched it yesterday and it was like all repetitive and I can't listen to that over and over. I'm excited for the verdict, Okay, so sorry, I'm all over the place here. Let me put these in the Facebook group for y'all. And if you come over and join, I can let you in right now because I'm on here. And I also have a like page. I was betrayed by the potato. Also like the like page too. Hey, Slim. Yes, okay, so what happened, Mike? Did they kick someone off for sleeping? Is that right? Kohberger. I'm posting these right now. Kohberger warrant number 1. I don't know if this is the car or not, so I'm just going to put number 1 and number 2. And there's the first one. Kohberger number 2. All right, they should be in there now, guys. Yep, they should be in there now. Look at 7 requests. I'm gonna let you guys all in. There you go. Welcome to my group. Thank you so much. Juror spoke to someone. She was dismissed. Who'd she speak to? Lala, you're so nice.
La 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 means let me finish.
Wait, what happened, Mandy Joe? Krugs, I'm surprised that we even got this, to be honest with you, because of the Oh, I've got something else to go over with you guys with this case. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Just give me a second, guys. Thanks for sticking with me here. Make sure that I didn't get anything else from them. No. Final. It says final Kohberger warrants. That is it from Pennsylvania. For now, anyway. Christian, thank you for your Cash App donation. I appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at this. They had a secret meeting, all the lawyers and Judge Megan Marshall. And we're going to go over the minutes to that. Have you guys seen this yet? This is where Shannon Gray accuses the prosecution of leaking information. Shannon Gray is accusing the prosecution of the leaks. And Shannon Gray also wants to be taken off the gag order, but I believe he was denied that. But let's read through this. Okay. The Caracu Noodle fibbery. You think they're fibbing about her representing Kara or Kara? She explains it quite well. All right, here we go. Oh, Potato, I texted her. That's why she came back. She's in big trouble. Potato, you're in big troubles. We all sang happy birthday to you and you weren't here. But now you're here, so this one's for you, Potato. I hope you had a great day yesterday. You say it's your birthday, Potato. It's my birthday too, yeah.
It's your birthday. It's my birthday too, yeah. It's your birthday. We're gonna have a good time. And it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Birthday to ya.
I would show the video, but I'll probably get struck. Happy birthday, Potato. Okay, welcome to the 40 and Up Club. And happy birthday, Jill Pill, belated. If you remember, send your birthday over to jforjbirthayshiz@gmail.com. I love you too. All right, let's look at this. In the District Court of the 2nd Judicial District of the State of Idaho, and for the County of Latah. Order to redact and unseal. On January 27th, 2023, this matter came before the court for a status hearing. The hearing was held via Zoom. Ashley Jennings appeared on behalf of the state of Idaho, and Mr. Kohberger appeared in custody with his attorney, Ann Taylor. Having weighed the interests in privacy and public disclosure, the court finds it prudent to unseal the records related to the status hearing on January 27th, 2023 with redactions, including certain individuals' names, because the disclosure of this information might threaten or endanger the life or safety of said individuals. It's funny because they're not saying that it would hurt his chance for a fair trial. They're saying that it would threaten or endanger the life or safety of said individuals. Endanger the life or safety. No, Jennifer, you're not alone. There's a lot of people here that said they carry shovels. If you carry a shovel, don't worry. We don't think you're a murderer. Therefore, after due consideration and with good cause appearing, it is hereby ordered that the records related to the status hearing on January 27th, 2023 be redacted and unsealed. Next page. All right. Title of action is the State of Idaho versus Bryan C. Kohberger. The judge is Megan E. Marshall. Type of hearing is a minute entry. Clerk Jennifer Oliphant. Attorney for plaintiff. Attorney for plaintiff Ashley Jennings. And attorney for defense Ann Taylor. Interesting that Ashley Jennings is there instead of Santa Claus. Mr. Thompson. I don't think he needed a shovel in his car. I think that was there for sinister reasons. Like I said, I've lived in Michigan. I did marketing. I drove for a living. I never had a damn shovel. I don't think this dude was needing to dig himself out. He lived in an apartment complex that was plowed. And we don't even know if it was a snow shovel. And we don't know if there's anything on it. We don't know. We just know that they have one. All right, let's go, Dr. Thrifty. How come there's so many mics? Just mics. Mike C. Yeah, it's me, Mike. It's the mics.
You buzzed?
So Ashley Jennings appeared instead of Santa. Ann Taylor appeared with Bryan. And they had the hearing on January 27th at 12:47 p.m. Be it known that the following proceedings were had to wit. Court noted the presence of counsel and the defendant and stated that the defendant is still in custody. Court noted that all parties were appearing via Zoom. Court stated that this is the time set for the status conference. Court stated that this is a sealed recording of the proceeding, and the minutes will be sealed in the court file. Court stated that the purpose of this hearing is to ensure the defendant is fully advised of his right to counsel in any potential conflict Ms. Taylor may have. Court further stated that the court recently met with Ms. Jennings and Ms. Taylor, and it was determined that it would be prudent to have this hearing. So they met with the prosecutor and Ms. Taylor, and it was prudent that they have a meeting. Court stated that Ms. Taylor is the appointed public defender for Kootenai County and that Ms. Taylor's name is on nearly all letterhead for the Kootenai County Public Defender's Office, whether she is the acting attorney or not. Court explained to the defendant that a conflict of interest can arise if counsel currently or previously represents an individual or if there is some other conflict such that would need to withdraw. That they would need to withdraw. Court stated that this court generally leaves the issue of conflict and the decision, if it is necessary to withdraw, to each attorney on a case-by-case basis, and to allow counsel time to discuss this decision with the individual they are representing. Court stated that based upon discussion with counsel this morning, it is the court's understanding that the defendant is in agreement with Ms. Taylor continuing to represent him, and further stated that it is the court's understanding that Ms. Taylor does not believe there is a conflict. The defendant stated that this is correct. At 12:51 p.m., Ms. Taylor stated that her name appears on every document in the public defender's office. But below her name is the individual who actually represents the named individual in the case. That's page 2. So to go back up, for those of you that are confused, Ashley Jennings is for the prosecution. So Mr. Thompson with the gray beard also has Ashley Jennings, and she's the one that was appearing on behalf of the prosecution. And then Ann Taylor was there. So this is about Ann Taylor's conflict. So I don't know why Mr. Thompson isn't doing it, but Ashley Jennings is on behalf of the prosecution. Okay. There are 2 cases involving Xana Kernodle's mother, Miss Kernodle. Miss Taylor stated that there was an open felony case that she was not assigned to, and the case has been conflicted out. Miss Taylor further stated that there was a 2017 misdemeanor, which Kara was sentenced, and her office was waiting to withdraw from. Miss Taylor stated that the public defender who represented Miss Kernodle in that matter was blank, who left the PD's office in September or October. Interesting. So one of their public defenders left in September or October, and that was who was representing Kara Kernodle. And then they just automatically transferred Kara to Miss Taylor because she is the chief prosecuting attorney. Miss Taylor says that the 2017 case was assigned to her on October 20th. And from October 20th until the date, she withdrew. Miss Taylor stated that, until she withdrew, Miss Taylor stated that she had no contact or relationship with Miss Kernodle and has not met her or provided any legal advice. So, right, doctor. So Kara Kernodle said that she knew Ann Taylor. And then we have Miss Taylor saying that she's never spoken with her. She was just assigned to her. Okay. So I see some of you are doubting Miss Taylor's account, but I'm more inclined, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm more inclined to believe a public defender at this juncture than I am an active addict. Do you know what I'm saying? An active addict who is talking to kind of a unethical news network, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I think I have to go with Ann Taylor on this one at this point without knowing any more. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's obviously an active addiction. She is grieving. She's got guilt, I'm sure, from, her life and what she put her kids through, stuff like that. So I think we have to take that all into consideration. And she was on the run. Remember, she had a warrant for her arrest. I mean, all these things I really have to take into consideration, because I don't think that Kara has even had any contact with her children in a very long time. So I think there's a lot going on there with Kara Kernodle. And I wish someone would just get her help, I mean, that's what she needs. She needs some help. But they work it out. They work it out, Sylvia, and it doesn't sound so messy once they get done. And to piggyback on the Kernodle situation, I've never talked about this. I found this early on when the names of the victims were released. I found court documents where Xana and Jasmine's parents had their parental rights ripped away because of drugs. So they lost custody, and it looks like, according to the court documents, that the dad got clean and actually got his parental rights reinstated. But it doesn't appear from the court documents that Kara got hers reinstated. Dr. Thrifty, it's my hunch that the false interview started this whole gag order. Yeah, unfortunately. And Kara could have been very easily manipulated. I mean, she looked like she was living out of her vehicle. I don't even know how they found her. But it was extremely sad. She looks like she's on the verge of death. And it's just awful to see her exploited. Night goggles? I don't know. It just said goggles. You're right, Min. You're right, Mendova. Okay, so let's keep going because I think they work it out, and it does make sense. We have to take a step back, I think, from all of the speculation. We have no idea if there's drugs involved in this case. We have no idea. We can speculate until the cows come home. We can speculate on a lot of things. We don't know, and it could be very basic. It could be very basic. We don't have all the information, and we have to remember that. Okay, so let's keep going. Miss Taylor stated that the case, she's never met Miss Kernodle. The case was assigned to her on October the 20th. And Miss Taylor stated that she has spoken with Bill Thompson and Ashley Jennings and explained the above situation to them. Ms. Taylor stated that she has spoken with blank at the ISB Bar Counsel's office, who conferred with blank and blank. And all three do not believe there is a conflict. So this isn't just Ms. Taylor saying, hey, you just believe me. She's saying, I spoke with Bill and Ashley at the prosecutors. I explained the situation. And then I took it a step further and I went to the ISB Bar Counsel's office. And at the Bar Counsel's office, two people looked at it. And all three people that looked at it, or three people looked at it and don't believe there's a conflict. So as long as the defendant is comfortable with her remaining, she's asking Bryan, as long as Bryan is comfortable with her being and remaining on the case, she stated that there is no other person that she is connected to in this case, and stated that Mr. Kohberger is the only individual in this case to whom she owes a duty of advocacy and loyalty. "12:54 p.m. Upon inquiry from the court, Miss Jennings stated that that is her understanding as well. So Miss Jennings, the prosecutor, was agreeing. She was like, oh, yeah, I get it. Now, I understand. Now that you've explained. Court questioned the defendant. The defendant stated that given the information he has heard and the conversation he has had with Miss Taylor, he feels comfortable proceeding with her as counsel. At 12:55 p.m., court advised the defendant of his right to have an attorney. And if he believes there is a conflict, the court can find and appoint different counsel. And Bryan stated that he understood. The court questioned the defendant. The defendant stated that it is his wish to proceed with Miss Taylor as counsel. At 12:56 p.m., court stated that there is a lot of speculation surrounding this case. Bye, Mike Sanner. I hope you feel better. And has spoken with the attorneys regarding staying focused on facts. Court appreciates this issue being brought to the court's attention and stated that this information appropriately covers any concerns. Court recessed at 1:05 p.m. That's the minutes from January 27th. Jay, maybe the goggles could have had something to do with his visual snow problem. I don't know, just a thought. Wouldn't he have worn those at school, though? Wouldn't he have needed those to teach and stuff like that? Janet, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Tony, thank you for your Venmo. Thank you so much.
Jeepers.
You guys are so generous. Yeah, I don't like the goggles. I don't like the goggles. Mandy says they came with the shovel. It was a set. You guys are too much. Too much, I tell you. All right, now let's look at what Shannon Green was saying, or Shannon Gray, rather. Trying to find the PDF. Okay, let's look at this. There's some things that have been filed. I don't know if you guys have seen all these. I just want to kind of go through them all while I'm live and just get everything out there at once. I still don't understand though the sealing of everything and why it has to be so secretive. I don't understand that. I still am confused on the secretiveness of everything. If he's just a lone incel, you guys, I am so sunburnt. I look like a freaking tomato. This is crazy. If he was a lone incel, why? Look, I turn it off and I glow. Why the sealing? Why would that endanger someone's life? Like they've got their guy who's gonna hurt the witnesses. Why would the witnesses be in danger? That's what I want to know. Answer that. Riddle me that, guys. If they have their man, why would any witnesses, who would hurt them? Who would hurt the witnesses? She went through all the methods of execution. Well, you know they're trying to bring back a firing squad there. I thought that was freaking weird. You know that? Did you guys hear that? Bill to reinstate executions by firing squad has moved to the House floor. That's probably why she's talking about it. They want a fire squad, people, you guys. What the fuck? What? Did we go back like 25,000 years in Idaho? Like what? Look at this. We'll get to the PDF in a minute. I need more coffee too.
On the Capitol Watch now, a proposal to add firing squads as an alternative method of execution in Idaho is moving forward. After debate and public testimony today, the committee voted to send the bill to the full House. The default for the state is lethal injection, but Idaho and many other states are finding it difficult to get the proper drugs for a lethal injection death penalty case. For now, the state has death row inmates, but no way to carry out the sentence of death. The bill would give the state that other option, execution by a firing squad. Some lawmakers debated that this legislation may be a quick reaction to an issue that needs more time to solve.
Why can't they get the lethal injection drugs? What? Why can't they get the... I don't get it. Why can't they get... Are veterinarians low on drugs to put down dogs? I mean, what the hell? What is that all about? People like the idea? Wait, Lala says, Jay, I feel like they got some inside investigating the investigators going on. What? What does that mean? You think they're investigating the investigators? A firing squad? Who's going to shoot them? Oh. Yeah, but where are you going with that? All right, back to the cases of interest. Let's go down. Firing squad. I've never even heard of such. Order to redact and unseal memorandum. Okay, order. Notice regarding hearing date. Two 9 was Shannon's thing, I think. See, now here we have Jay Weston Logsden speaking for Bryan on the non-dissemination order. Comes now Bryan Kohberger through their attorney Jay Weston Logden, Chief Deputy Litigation. And this is Bryan objecting to the motion to appeal as ordered by Shannon Gray for the Gonsalves family. But are the Gonsalves family even gagged? Are they even gagged? I thought the family wasn't. So why can't they speak? Why do they have to have this dude do it for them? This isn't the one about the leaks, though. Why do all these people write with bubble letters? Julie Fry, clerk of the court. See, some of this is filed. I'm confused. I'm really confused because it says here that Julie Fry is the clerk of the court, but it's signed by Jay Affiant. Why isn't Julie Fry signing these anymore? Why is this Jennifer? See, look, it says Julie Fry, clerk of court, but by Jennifer Oliphant, deputy clerk. Okay, here we go. This is their meeting on January 13th. This is what happened. This is when Shannon Gray is complaining about the order. The following is a summary of the in-chamber Zoom meeting with Judge Marshall on January 13th, 2023. The following attorneys were present and attending by Zoom: Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings, blank, attorney for blank, blank, co-counsel attorney for blank. What are all these lawyers? Blank, attorney for blank, Shannon Gray, attorney for Gonsalves family, and Ann Taylor. Judge Marshall's clerk, Jennifer Oliphant, was also present. So we have Bill Thompson, Ashley Jennings. Then we have blank, attorney for blank. And then blank, co-counsel attorney for blank. And then we have blank, attorney for blank. So we have 3 people that have attorneys present in this thing, in addition to the defense, prosecution, and Shannon Gray. I mean, this definitely is not just a basic incel murder, or they wouldn't have all these lawyers and all these people having lawyers and it would be dangerous to their lives. This meeting was off the record. Why? Judge Marshall read the substantive parts of the non-dissemination order that was issued on January 3rd. Judge Marshall reminded the parties that the order mirrors Idaho Rules of Professional Conduct Rule 3.6, which she then read. Judge Marshall directed everyone's attention to the commentary for the rule, specifically subparagraphs 1 and 3. Judge Marshall states her reading of the commentary 3 leads her to believe the rule applies to all lawyers participating in the Zoom meeting. This includes not only the state and the defense, but also attorneys for witnesses. Judge Marshall directed everyone's attention to the commentary for the rule, specifically subparagraphs 5 and 7. After a review of Rule 3.6, Judge Marshall explained that the purpose for the meeting was in response to what she had been seeing and hearing from various media sources. She has tried to ignore most media covering the case since she will be presiding over the preliminary hearing. So she just contradicted herself, and I don't like that. She says that she explained the purpose for the meeting was in response to what she's been seeing and hearing from the media, but that she's tried to ignore the media because she's going to be presiding. It doesn't make sense. This case has garnered national and international attention. This is a high-profile case, and she wants to remind all attorneys not to engage in any conduct that would interfere with a fair trial. Because of the nature of this case, this will be a long process. She further advised it is not the responsibility of the attorneys in this case to disseminate information to the media. She is not ordering clients, i.e. witnesses, not to talk to media, but stressed this case should not be tried in the media, but in a court of law. So all the witnesses can talk till their freaking faces are blue. So why is this Shannon Gray pushing this issue? Steve, Christy, Stacy Chapin, her husband, all these people can talk. Why does Shannon Gray want to talk so bad? Does he want to continue? Like, does this make Shannon Gray, like, lose his position as being their lawyer? Like, he's no longer needed? I feel like he wants to be needed. Judge Marshall directed everyone's attention to specifically subparagraphs 5 and 7. After a review of the Rule 3.6, Judge Marshall explained that the purpose for the meeting was in response to what she's been seeing and hearing from various media sources. She has tried to ignore the media covering the case, and she will be presiding over the preliminary hearing. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. She further advised it is not the responsibility of the attorneys to disseminate information to the media. She is not ordering the clients, witnesses, not to talk to media, but stressed this should not be tried in the media, but in a court of law. Lawyers involved need to, quote, take their duties in utmost regard when conducting themselves and advising their clients. So in other words, she's saying that Shannon Gray should be telling his clients to not talk. Right, exactly. That's my question, Potato. Why is Shannon Gray so hell-bent on being the one to talk? Because he wants to be on the payroll? I don't know. I mean, I can't think of any reason why he wouldn't be able to advise them on what to say if they want to make appearances. Judge Marshall stated that she wanted to make her expectations clear regarding the lawyer's ethical duties. What about her ethical duties? She stated she's been seeing and hearing things in the media, If lawyers fail to adhere to their ethical duties, she will have to find them either in contempt or report their actions to the Idaho State Bar. Shannon Gray responded that he reached out after the non-dissemination order was issued, asking for clarification, and he didn't receive a response. He asked if the order precludes victims' witnesses from speaking. Judge Marshall, this is where it gets confusing. Judge Marshall reiterated that her order does not preclude witnesses from speaking. Blank responded that he expects his client Blank will be a witness in this case. He also expects that the decedent's families will be witnesses in this case, since it is a potential capital case, and they would be called to testify. He has handled numerous homicide cases, including capital cases, during his career. He assures the court he has advised his client Blank to decline all media, and he will continue to do that. He and his client will not comment, as it would be inappropriate to comment. So why doesn't Shannon Gray have these same ethics? I'm telling you, I don't know. I think he's shady. I'm just going to say it. Judge Marshall appreciates Blank's perspective. Judge Marshall reiterates, if you look up Shannon Gray, he's been in trouble by the bar. I don't think he's an up-and-up attorney. I'm just putting that out there. Judge Marshall reiterates she is not saying that clients cannot talk to media, but does question whether it is wise for them to talk to media. So in other words, why do they want to talk to the media? What's it going to do? Yep, I think you're right, Dr. Thrifty. I think I know what you do, Mandy Joe. You would want justice. And if justice meant shutting your trap, I think that's what you do.
Yeah.
There's other families involved here. That's what we have to keep in mind. And this is what makes me my stomach sick. Is that the Gonsalves aren't the only family affected here, right? We've got the Chapin family. We've got the Mogan family. We've got the Kernodle family. And then we've got Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk and their families. We don't know. I'm sure he feels helpless, but a lot of the family members, I'm sure, feel helpless. Stacy Chapin expressed her frustration with the fact that their Jeep is still impounded, with the fact that they can't get Ethan's golf clubs. I just think that, we're like believing someone who's in active addiction with meth over an attorney. I think we're getting a little clouded in this. I think we need to chill. His golf clubs might have been used as a weapon. That's probably why they're holding them. But what I'm saying is Stacy Chapin was frustrated. We want our son's stuff. But she's still not fighting this non-dissemination order. Stacy Chapin isn't in court going, we want our attorney to be able to talk for us. Why are they doing that? I don't like that. He's trying to interrupt it, and I don't know why. It feels like, anyways. Okay, let's keep going on this. Okay, so she says here that she's questioning whether it's wise for them to talk to the media and reminds lawyers they have a responsibility in giving advice to their clients. If any lawyer, and she's speaking to Shannon, has questions about this or takes issue with this, they should contact the Idaho State Bar and seek clarification. And then Shannon Gray speaks about emailing the state and wanting to contact the court to seek clarification. Mr. Gray stated he would seek clarity from the Idaho State Bar. Judge Marshall responded that she appreciates Mr. Gray reaching out, but that she has had limited accessibility with a full court calendar. This is why she scheduled this meeting. Mr. Gray discusses PC affidavit and alleges that information is getting leaked from the prosecutor's office. Judge Marshall reminds the parties about IRPC 3.6, and he knew that we'd all read this, and I don't like that. He knew we would all read this and doubt the prosecutor. I don't like that. Judge Marshall reminds the parties about IRPC 3.6 and the lawyer's duties. Lawyers should not be speculating. Judge Marshall clarifies that the public record is what is in the court's case file. It is not information reported by the media. Judge Marshall clarifies that attorneys are not prohibited from advising their clients, but they are prohibited from speaking to the media. Example, you can advise your client about what might happen at the status hearing, but you should not be speculating what will happen to the media. Judge Marshall also reminds attorneys that their statements made must also be true. Mr. Gray takes issue with the interpretation of, quote, substantially prejudices, referring to substantial likelihood of materially materially prejudging an adjudicated. I can't even read today. Let me just X that entire sentence. He states his client, Gonsalves, have kept, quote, this story alive, and, quote, their comments have helped the investigation. How does he know that? How does he know that they've helped the investigation? Judge Marshall explains the necessity of convening an impartial jury in Latah County. The public is obsessed with this case, and comments are harming the ability to impanel a jury. All parties need to allow the judicial process to see this case through. Mr. Gray responds that it is unrealistic to believe that we will find a jury in the U.S. that hasn't heard about this case. Mr. Gray takes issue that he was not given a lot of notice that we would be having this meeting. He was not given enough time to prepare. This dude just said he's been emailing the judge incessantly, and they haven't responded. But then he says that he's not prepared. Bye, Jill Pill. Have a great day. Now he's not prepared. Judge Marshall again reminds the parties that the Constitution still applies in this case. Lawyers have a duty to uphold the system and allow the system to see the case through. Blank reminds Mr. Gray that he is creating a record by his media interactions. His statements are being captured by the defense. All of his statements impact the case and advise Mr. Gray to exercise restraint. Mr. Gray takes issue with Blank's advice. Judge Marshall stops any argument. What is going on? Judge Marshall solicits final comments from those in attendance. Prosecutor Thompson states that many of Mr. Gray's accusations are not true. The state is concerned about the ability to impanel a jury and have a fair trial. He is hopeful that all parties will begin to show professional responsibility. Blank states that she has advised blank not to comment. She takes blank position. Ann Taylor thanks the court and expresses appreciation. So I'm sorry, this makes Shannon Gray look like a total douchebag. Right. Why do they still have him? Good question, Potato. Why would they still even have him? I don't know. Makes one wonder. It makes him look like a total douche. And it's not doing the case any favors. Let's see what else we have here. So they filed Defense Exhibit A, and they sealed it. Now, I'm not saying that I, like how all these people seem to be connected and all went to U of I and
one-way ticket to hell.
All right, so I think we went through all of them. Yay, thanks you guys. If you are replaying this, thank you for the replay, and make sure that you like and share this. If you're in groups, share this read through. I'm still on this might threaten or endanger the life or safety of said individuals. Why? If this was a lone dude that was obsessed with someone and went in and killed him and the others just got in the way, why in the world would this harm anyone? Who's out there that could hurt the witnesses? I really think that we need to stick with the facts as much as we can, and not get into this craziness with this Shannon Gray. I think he's muddying the waters, and I don't like it. But Joha, they can't. If he says if he's waiving his right to a speedy trial, they have to do it. They have to give him that's his right. I don't know if it's just legal wording, Potato. I don't know. That I would have to look into. I don't know how they're typically. Let's look up ICAR before we go. This thing, ICAR. Okay, here it is. Let's read this. This is exactly what she's citing. So let's see what this says. Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32. Records of the Judicial Department. Examination and copying. Limitations on disclosure. Statement of policy. This rule is adopted pursuant to the Supreme Court's authority to control access to court records. I don't know if this is even the right. Here it is. Redact. I'm just looking for any verbiage about the danger of people. Wait, what was the number on that? 20? ICAR 32I2D. Oh, I could never be a lawyer. This is freaking confusing as hell. I2D. Okay. Let's find it. There's B, C, there's E, F, G. I know my alphabet. H, I. Okay. Other prohibitions or limitations on disclosure and motions regarding the sealing of records, physical and electronic, may be disclosed or temporarily permanently sealed or redacted by order of the court on a case-by-case basis. 1. Any person or the court on its own motion may move to disclose, redact, seal, or unseal a part or all of the records in any judicial proceeding. The court shall hold a hearing on the motion after the moving party gives notice. The court may order that the record immediately be redacted or sealed. Before a court may enter an order redacting or sealing, it must make one or more of the following determinations in writing. Okay, here we go. This is how they determine if they can seal it. A, that the documents or materials contain highly intimate facts or statements, the publication of which would be highly objectionable to a reasonable person. Here it is. D, that the documents or materials contain facts or statements that might threaten or endanger the life or safety of individuals. But they could have chosen any one of these. That the documents or materials contain facts or statements that the courts might find libelous, or that the documents contain facts or statements that would compromise the financial security or economic or financial loss or harm to a person, or compromise the security of personnel, records, or public property. Or they could have chose that it is necessary to seal or redact documents to preserve the right to a fair trial, but they didn't. They didn't choose E. There we go. Boom. That's your answer right there. That tells you right there something is up. They could have chose E, but they didn't. They chose D, that the documents or materials contain facts or statements that might threaten or endanger the life or safety of individuals. They didn't have to choose that one, but they did. So that means to me there's something else that is putting the witnesses or people involved that could put their lives in danger, because they could have easily just put, hey, we're going to seal this because it is to preserve the right to a fair trial, and then left it at E, but they didn't. They kept it at D. See that? D. So they needed to redact some of this memo that we just went through, because it could threaten or endanger the life or safety of said individuals. There's more to this, guys. There's more to this, but are we going to find out what it is? That's the question of the day. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. It looks like we are live again at 3, I believe, today. And we're going to be looking at the PCA. Depending on what's going on, I'll let you guys know if there's a change, and we're going to do it tomorrow. But I think today at 3, we're going to be going over the PCA and going over Brent Payne and then comparing it to the other guy, Blaker or whatever. So, yeah, it could be for DM and BF, but it also could be for, who knows, an informant. Maybe DM or BF are informants. We don't know, right?
Roro causing Pawpaw.
Roro. Who was Roro?
All right, get back to Roro, guys. Dance it out. I want to thank you guys again for watching and putting up with my tomato face. Thank you so much. Hey, Paper Chaser. Good to see you. Good to see you, Sylvia. All of the Roberters.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Thank you for being a member, you guys. And if you haven't joined and you consider joining, thank you. Catherine, thank you for subscribing. Shelby, thank you for being a Roberta for 4 months. Good morning to you. Ash H, thank you for subscribing. DC, thank you for your super chat. And Wall Stretcher Official, thank you for subscribing. And Dr. Thrifty became a Roberta today. Holy. They're all going to laugh at you. No, I'm just kidding.
Roto causing Papa.
All right, dance it out, you guys. I love you. You know I appreciate all of you. Mwah, mwah. I'll see you guys later.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems.
And happy birthday, belated to the potatoes.
We're all gonna have so much fucking fun we'll need plastic surgery to remove our goddamn spirals. You'll be whistling Symphony Doodah out of your assholes.
You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call
La,
you
la,
back.
la, la
You
means
can't
let me
tell me-
finish. You can't tell me with your accent that